Ladies and gentlemen, EA College Football 25 has released their ranking schedule for this week. Breaking news from EA College Football 25 themselves, the guys over at EA Sports have come out and said that this week is rankings week. So what we're doing in this video today, specifically our second video of the day, because this was breaking news and I wanted to get this out there in time before the rankings toughest places to play come out, is that we're going to predict those toughest places to play in EA Sports College Football 25. I think it'll be a little creative video for you guys, get your creative juices flowing, hopefully get you more excited about the game, and so much more to come this week. But first, of course, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that being said, tomorrow you're going to have two videos. Wednesday, you're going to have two videos. And then Thursday, you're going to have two videos as well. And then Friday, we're going to react to all of it. We're going to break down all of it in two videos as well. So 2 videos per day this week is what we're aiming for, because it is a busy week for EA Sports College Football 25. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in to me predicting the toughest places to play in EA Sports College Football 25. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our top 10 list for EA Sports College Football toughest places to play. At number 10, I think it's going to shock a lot of people, but Folsom Field in Colorado. I think that they have one of the best atmospheres in college football all around. I really do. I saw glimpses of it last year when, of course, you stay up late for those 9 o'clock games, but they do look like it's a lot of fun, especially when it is a big game like Colorado State or like Oregon or stuff like that. So, with that said, and Oregon's on this list here, we'll talk about it, but Folsom Field for the Colorado Buffaloes is going to be one of the toughest places to play. I think EA Sports is going to continue that trend that they seem like they're doing with the Colorado players. They've seen Shedeur Sanders in the trailer. Obviously, Travis Hunter is a cover athlete, and I think Folsom Field for the Colorado Buffaloes is going to, of course, be on there for that top 10 list, just inside the top 10. At number 10, though, I have us going with Bryant-Denny Stadium, the Alabama, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. They can get really loud. I've never been to an Alabama game before. I'm probably going this year to that Alabama-South Carolina game in Week 5, but I've never been to an Alabama game before. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard other people say is that they are one of the loudest in college football when it comes to rivalry games, when it comes to Auburn, Alabama, when it comes to LSU, Alabama. I think last year, Ben, who also has been on the channel here and there, has been to that Alabama stadium. He went to the LSU, Alabama game, said they were loud as well. But again, Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium is probably going to crack the top 10 just slightly. And at number 8, I think a lot of people, it's going to shock a lot of people what I have on here, but I have Jordan-Hare Stadium at number 7 on this list, or at number 8, excuse me, on this list. Number 1, Auburn is different. Auburn's different from any other college in the country. You know why? Because they get loud, but they do it in a much more like professional way. They do it in a more clean way, I guess you would say, but they can definitely get loud, and that was especially shown, in my opinion, number 1, 2 years ago when Cadillac Williams took over as the interim head coach for Coach Harsin, but it also was shown in the Iron Bowl this past year. A lot of those guys, they were hyped. The student section was hyped, especially when they played swag surfing in the fourth quarter. I think that's going to impact the game so much in EA Sports College Football 25 if they do it right for Jordan-Hare Stadium. So give me number 7, the Auburn Tigers and Jordan-Hare Stadium. At number 7, of course, I have the Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like Georgia fans are something different. They're a little bit different from the Alabamas, the Auburns of the world. They're different stadium as well, so I have them at number 7 as well. Number 6, moving on, is Reserve Stadium, I believe is how you pronounce that, home of the Oregon State Beavers. Now, again, they're really good, or Oklahoma State, excuse me. Oklahoma State is a really good program. Again, not the biggest brand in college football, but again, they can get loud pretty quickly if you give them the chance to as well. Number 5, I have Autzen Stadium home of the Oregon Ducks. Now, this one is the one I'm not as familiar with. I really haven't watched an Oregon game, but from what I've seen bits and clips of, is that they can get loud because, number one, they don't have a professional football team in Oregon. So, Oregon, they live and die on Saturdays for the Oregon Ducks football team. But Dan Lanning has built that program up really well, and it shows within the fan base. So, at number 5, I do have the Oregon Ducks here at Autzen Stadium as well. Now we are moving in to our top 5, or we've already cracked the top 5, but our top 4 here. At number 4, and this is number 3 will shock a lot of people, but number 4 is Memorial Stadium, home of the Clemson Tigers, aka Death Valley. I think, again, Clemson outdoes it. I've seen stuff from the Clemson-Florida State game. That was the 12 o'clock game. That was really rocking. Obviously, they're good for rivalry games when it comes to Clemson-South Carolina, stuff like that, but they get loud, and that's what you need, especially when they come time to touch Howard's Rock, and they will be the 4th toughest stadium to play in EA Sports College Football. Now, number 3, like I said, it is going to be shocking a lot of people, but at number 3, I have College Station, home of the 12th man in Texas A&M. I've seen that stadium in person. It is humongous. They fit a lot of people inside that stadium. It's one of the loudest to play in the SEC for a reason. It's one of the biggest in the nation for a reason. It can get pretty damn loud. And that being said, College Station, Texas A&M is going to be number 3. Number 2, though, I think the top 1 and 2 in this game that are going to be really loud. Number 2 is the Swamp from Florida Gators. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. I think that they definitely do it, especially when it's hot and sweaty down in Florida at those 12 o'clock or 2:30 kickoff times, that the Swamp outdoes themselves as well. Nighttime, it can be really fun as well, especially in the 4th quarter where they get going with their traditions and stuff like that. But I think the 2:30 game, 12 o'clock games are kind of what sets that Swamp apart from everybody else in college football because of the heat and how loud that they are inside of the Swamp at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at number 2. Now, number 1, of course, and this is our final one, is Death Valley, the LSU Tigers, home of the LSU Tigers. I get to check this one off my bucket list this year. A lot of people have said, and I have friends who have been at LSU and have gone to LSU night games, that it's nothing compared to college football. It's literally one of the best atmospheres in college football. Yes, their fans are annoying sometimes. Yes, they can be little brats sometimes, but Death Valley gets loud. They get rocket, and I have a chance to cut that one off my bucket list. But that is my top 10 list for EA Sports College Football 25. Just to recap for you, Folsom Field for Colorado Buffs at number 10. Bryant-Denny Stadium for the Alabama Crimson Tide at number 9. Jordan-Hare Stadium at number 8 for the Auburn Tigers. Number 7, I have Sanford Stadium here for the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 6 is Research Stadium for the Oregon State Beavers. Number 5 is Autzen Stadium for the Oregon Ducks in Eugene. And then, of course, number 4 is Memorial Stadium for the Clemson Tigers. College Station for Texas A&M is number 3. Number 2, the Swamp. And number 1 is Death Valley for the LSU Tigers. But yeah, that is me predicting what this category is going to look like for EA Sports when it is revealed tomorrow. The loudest places to play in college football 25. Anyway, that is where I'm going to cut it for today's video. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, 2 different videos now that EA has broken or released these news as well. On June 26th, you're getting Steps and Sounds Deep Dive, I believe. Or Sights and Sounds Deep Dive, excuse me. Top offenses and defense on the 27th. And then the 28th is overall team power rankings as well. So Friday is going to be really fun. But before we get to that, we got to predict all the other ones. So be sure to keep it here for everything related to EA College Football 25. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.